Hey, it's me, AP, aka Mr. Movie Cheer, and welcome back to another video. And on this video, I'm going to be looking at my go-to movie cabinet shelves, discussing which ones I kind of like gravitate to the most when I go to the movie cabinet behind me, to the DVD shelves here behind me, because I think there is always certain ones that I gravitate to, and I want to really discuss why and sort of like get to why and the conclusion of why, and maybe is it a case where I need to make changes to my movie cabinet shelves behind me. So that is going to be the topic of this video. Let's get to those shelves. So here we are at the movie cabinet now, and I'm just got to say this, I am super fortunate to have this great collection of movies, DVDs here. You know, all the superhero movies, the sci-fi, action, Disney, Pixar animation, all this, and you know, the Star Wars, Harry Potter. Super fortunate to have all these. But I gotta say, when I go to this collection, this is the shelf here that I am always gravitating to the most. I think these sort of side units here, these two shelves, well, two or three actually, these ones, rather than the sci-fi or the action over here. I think it's mainly because this is a mixture of movies, and these shelves are kind of like, I have like the sort of like, I don't know what collections I put them in. I think a lot of them are kind of like cinema classics, these sort of ones, these ones to me. Like, I think this is the way I arranged them originally when I've done them. And you know, you've got like the likes of Shawshank Redemption, The Great Escape, The Rock, Back to the Future. It's a mixture of genres, and I think for me that is what works better here on these rather than these, because I do, you know, these, you know me if you watch the channel, I'm a big science fiction fan, big action movie fan. You've got the low shelf here, but I think deep down I do like to go into this cabinet and just see a mixture of movies, and this is what these shelves provide to me. And I think they are an absolute treat to look at. When I go in here, I just get super excited when I see these movies, see this collection of different movies. And I think that's what really does excite me as a movie fan, just seeing that mixture, the vast variety of films here. And I absolutely love it. So as I said, them side units are my favourites, and like I said, I think a lot of it is to do with the variety of choice there, and I think that is deep down, you know, the bottom line of this. They are the ones I gravitate to, because the choice, the mixture of films in the, I think it's just something I, like I said, always just enjoy seeing, and it does make me think like whether I should now kind of like change things in the collection a bit more, because I've done it a few times with the collection over the years, and especially I think like last year I was doing like the videos on like the curating collections and stuff like that on the channel, and I decided to, you know, start doing I think I've had like stuff like Star Wars is always together, and the Marvel stuff and superhero stuff, I kind of stick them together. But I do think like, then like I've got like sci-fi stuff, maybe that should be mixed in with a bit more with like the action stuff and some of the comedies as well, so it's a bit more varied. And I think it makes you think whether like doing an A to Z collection might be a bit more better for the collection as a whole, because then I can go into it. And it's not saying I don't enjoy going into the collection, because I love going into this collection. I love opening it up and looking through the movies, but just to see, I feel like I said, there's always going to be a shelf that you always go to. I think you go to shelf, and I want it to all be a go-to. I want it to you know, look at each shelf and be like, oh, that's got more variety, that's got everything on it. And it's kind of like, it makes me think we're either, I think I'm in two sort of zones. What I will do next, it'll be either doing like an A to Z on the movies. I wouldn't go like super deep into it, just, you know, A, B, C, D and all that. And or doing it by actor, like doing like actor maybe, or something like that. I think maybe that would work a bit better. Maybe then I'll have a bit more of a varied bunch of movies. But it's interesting, you know. It's a small little thing, and it's not like it's not an issue whatsoever. But it's just something that for me, it's just kind of like a fun little challenge within the movie room, just curating it and getting the best value, what's the word, like entertainment, just best joy out of the movie collection. That is, it's about getting movie cheer at the end of the day. That's the name of the podcast, getting movie cheer out of your movies and enjoying them as much as possible. And I think for me, I enjoy collecting. I love having physical movies behind me, and it's about getting the most out of those movies. And I absolutely love doing a rearrange every so often. I'm doing it recently where I'm purging a few movies that I don't watch anymore, making space for some new potential incomings within the movie collection. But then, like I said, I think it's good to like revitalise the movie collection every so often and just do something a bit different with it, and just make something where you have different go-to shelves, change it up, have a bit of a change up. I think it always works well. So conclusion, I think I will be changing things around in the movie collection, making more variety, whether I go the A to Z route or the actor route. I'll be going one of them avenues, I think, rather than just having a pure sci-fi action shelf. I think, do you know what I think works better now, personally? I think what would work better is just like a featured shelf of like sci-fi or action, and which would change every so often, maybe. Kind of like a video shop sort of thing, where you go in and you've got like the sci-fi section, the action section, but just have like one of those maybe on a little shelf, a little small shelf, and then you can have like sci-fi 1 month and then like action 1 month, like comedies, whatever it may be. I think working it like that might work. Just make it more surprising, more exciting, and again, just revitalizing your movie collection, your movie room as well. So it's, like I said, bottom line, it's about spreading movie cheer, getting movie cheer out of your collection. I'm happy I've kind of like done this video today, and just sort of just for myself as well, just looking at the collection, realizing that I do need to make a few tweaks to this collection behind me. But that is it for another video, ladies and gents. Thank you very much for watching. What your go-to shelves in your movie collection? That is an interesting question for this topic today. What movies, is there a certain shelf you go to, a certain genre you feel like you gravitate a lot more to, and maybe gets a lot more attention than other shelves? Why is that? Why do you have certain shelves that get the attention more so? Or maybe you feel like you've got it right. You've got the perfect collection, the perfect display of your movies and the way you've got them ordered. What is your way of doing it? How do you feel about this topic? Do you think it's, is it just like, it's like a weird like psychological thing, and it's like it's psychological battle with your movie collections to get the most joy out of it? It's so pathetic, really. But but I enjoy it. I love doing a little change around with the movie collection. But let me know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gents. Remember to spread a bit of movie cheer, and as always, I will see you next time.